Hello. Who will you vote for on Tuesday?
I'm not sure.
How can you still be undecided?
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you why you should re-elect Barack Obama. He brought closure to the victims of September 11th by killing Osama bin Laden. George Bush had 7 years to do it, but he didn't. Get her done.
That's true.
Obama brought an end to the war in Iraq, which was based on lies. Remember WNDs? There weren't any. He restored our good reputation in the world, won the Nobel Peace Prize, and knows how to work with the UN, rather than going all cowboy on the world's ass. He is also bringing the war in Afghanistan to an end.
Well, those are all important.
Obama also pushed for continuing the nuclear proliferation treaty with Russia. The Republican candidate thinks Russia is our biggest enemy. That's wrong.
Isn't the Cold War over?
Yes. Like Obama said, the 1980s called and they want their foreign policies back.
1980s. That's like ancient history.
President Obama also appointed his former Democratic competitor, Hillary Clinton, to be his Secretary of State. He has helped advance democracy in places like Iraq, Libya, and Egypt. And unlike the Republican candidates, he wants China to play fair. He brought numerous trade suits against China and we have won every one so far.
Yes, well, that's all well and good. But what has he done here in the United States?
He pressed for new energy jobs and decreased our dependence on foreign oil. He has turned the economy around. Remember? The one that Bush and company left in a free-falling nosedive. Obama will continue to lead the country out of this mess in the next 4 years. President Obama also made sure that 1 million auto industry jobs were saved. Here in the U.S., the Republican candidate only knows how to send jobs over to China where products are made by slave labor. They are paid 19 freaking cents a day. And he makes millions of dollars hurting Americans.
Yes, go on.
Another good thing that Obama did was raise the amount of Pell Grants to make college more affordable. Because not everyone can ask their rich parents to borrow money. Also, Obama put stricter standards on Wall Street. The other candidate wants to fire Big Bird on Sesame Street.
What about social issues?
Good question. While the other candidate thinks paying attention to social issues is socialism, Obama cares about equality and fairness for every American. First, he signed the Lilly Ledbetter Act, which guarantees equal pay for equal work. Lilly was a manager at a coal mine and worked there for years. When she retired, she found out that she was being ripped off all along, which meant her social security in retirement was lower than a man's who also worked with that company. Can you believe it? In this day and age, the other candidate still isn't sure if he agrees with equal pay. That is insulting to all women. Except the Republican women who don't seem to have a functioning brain. Speaking of insulting to women, the Republican thinks women shouldn't make their own healthcare decisions. Rather, that corporations or government should dictate that to them.
Wow, I'm a girl and I don't want a bunch of old stupid white men telling me what to do. I heard that some of them think rape is just another form of conception. Is that true?
Yes, unfortunately it is. I wasn't going to even mention that because it is so crazy town. Obama knows rape is a crime and knows women are smart enough to make their own decisions. That's another reason why he made it so being a female cannot be considered a pre-existing condition by health insurance companies. That's not freaking fair.
It sure isn't.
Obama trimmed the fat off of Medicare and is using those funds to implement Obamacare. Insurance companies don't like it, but doctors and patients do. There will be more people with medical coverage and less discrimination. Obamacare is a historical milestone, yet was passed with not one single Republican vote even though it was a Republican idea in the first place. The Republicans cannot get over their own personal prejudices to do a good thing for the country. Instead they pledge to make Obama a one-term president. But they won't win. When Democrats vote, Democrats win. That's why the Republicans always try to cheat. When that doesn't work, they whine. They are not good at getting anything done. But this is nothing new. In the 1900s, the Republicans also tried to block the development of Medicare and Social Security. They don't believe in caring about fellow American citizens.
Boy, it sure doesn't sound like it.
Yet another civil rights milestone was the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the military. President Obama thinks people should be able to be who they are and love who they love without having to hide it.
Who would want them to hide their real selves?
People like the Republican candidate. He doesn't like many people. Actually, he said he doesn't care for 47% of us. But I think it's more like 99%. He really loves the Chinese people though. Over in his Chinese slave factories where the workers work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, with 1 day off per month and make a diddly pittance of a wage.
That's incredibly immoral. Has he no shame?
Actually, no he doesn't. And neither do most of his billionaire friends like the oil companies. Other innocent people. The Republicans don't like our children brought to the U.S. by their parents who were illegal immigrants. He wants everyone to be so discriminatory toward these children when they grow up that they will self-deport because no one will let them have a job.
That's crazy town too.
Yes, but our candidate President Obama is for the DREAM Act. There are so many good reasons to re-elect him. He is an honest man, a diplomat, a steady and stable leader. He stands up for what he believes in, says what he means and means what he says. He's a humanitarian visionary. He cares about all people, equality, peace and a positive future for the country. I hope you decide to vote for him.
I don't usually pay attention to politics, so I didn't know all of this. I'm glad you told me. Now the choice is clear. I don't want to go back to the economic policies of the 1920s or the Bush years. And I sure don't want to go back to the social policies of the 1950s. And forget about going back to the foreign policies of the 1980s. I want to go forward. FORWARD.
Yes. Forward. Obama 2012.